used to be that when you subscribe, all you get is you can download the whole list of things as a CSV, and and that's a reasonable impression, because when we launched, that's all we offered. In fact, pretty much everybody else, that's what you get. You download, you can see like 10 keywords, and if you subscribe, you can download like 10,000 keywords. And so it's kind of the whole tip of the iceberg thing. But for us now, there's a whole bunch of really visually compelling stuff that would make a great video, by the way, of things that you get. So you do not get anything of domain ad history or keyword ad history. You can kind of see it on the domain page. You can see like the little bars that go across, and we're showing you the top 10. And so you might think, well, I get the top 10, maybe now I get the top 10,000. But in that interface, you get the ability to do searches and sorts. So you can see not just like the best 10 keywords, but you can see like the ones that a domain failed on, the ones that they tried and failed. We're showing you like 6 months, and you can see like years of history, so you can see all of the ad variations that somebody did. And this is just in domain ad history and keyword ad history. When we talk about SpyFu Combat, we always say, well, SpyFu Combat lets you find new opportunities by typing in your two biggest competitors and seeing the keywords that both of them are buying and you aren't, right? That's kind of the main selling feature. And if you can't type in two of your competitors and your domain, which you can't with SpyFu Combat, the free version, then you just can't realize that benefit. The other thing you can't do is find negative match opportunities by saying, which domain or which keywords am I buying that neither of my competitors are buying, right? You can't type in 3 domains, you can't get that sort of filter. The other thing that's visually compelling, and we're kind of talking about, what can we show in a video and all this stuff is really visually compelling, is that we combined the sorting power of ad history. So, the whole thing with ad history is that we can say, here's your best keywords. Here's a domain's most profitable keywords, because they've been advertising on it for so long, and they've been bidding high, and they've been tweaking consistently. They've been changing their ad copy. We've actually combined that into a really visually compelling, sort of stacked chart, and you can only see that in the paid version of Combat, and it's actually in the list. When you click the list, you see all of the keywords that, let's say, your two biggest competitors are both buying and you're not. You see that list, and then in the left-hand side, it's all sorted by these 2 columns that that show how long they've been advertising, and really gives you that whole thing. The other thing that you get, that's another visually compelling thing, is all these charts, like on the domain pages and on the term pages, on the keyword pages. We show you the ad budget, but now we've got this this average ad position versus the number of advertisers. So it really shows you how competitors, how a domain's ad bidding strategy changes over time. If they're showing up higher in the ad groups, like if they're changing from hanging out, being kind of a bottom feeder in the ads, to like pushing themselves up towards the number 1, number 2 position. That's a change in their strategy, their overall approach to PPC bidding. The other thing we show you is that how their organic traffic is changing over time, how many clicks they're getting, or the value of their clicks, and we also sort of show you the difference between their paid strategy, how many clicks they're getting on their paid side versus how many clicks they're getting on their organic side. And those are all charts and graphs that you just can't see unless you subscribe to SpyFu. Let's see what else. And the first thing, when we were just sitting around my office just chatting about these things, the first thing that came to my mind was, how about the export directly to Google AdWords? Like the box that lets you, sort through a list of keywords, check the ones that you want, click export to AdWords, and then it says, well, enter the percentage of the max price that you want to, set your bid price to, enter your, the URL that you want it to point to, and then bam, it exports it into this made for Google AdWords format that you can copy and paste into AdWords. It's like really handy when you're creating ad groups. It's a very handy tool. I guess the other stuff that you don't get to see is our lists, and our lists are really good. They're you can sort and filter, and you can do don't include, like, show me all the keywords that Orbitz does, right? Orbitz.com does, and then show me all of them that have the word Vegas in it, and then show me everything that doesn't have the word hotel in it, and then show me everything that has the word cheap in it. So you do all these three different types of filters, and then you can then sort by like the lowest cost per click, right? So it's like this really infinitely sortable thing that, I mean, you can kind of do that if you've got mad Excel chops, but I mean, it's kind of a pain, and we've really done a lot of work to make it easy to sort, filter, and then export directly to Google AdWords. These are things that you just plain can't see, and frankly, we do kind of a bad job of of actually making it visible, from without before you actually buy. So these are the things we're going to make videos on, and so there you go. That's all I got right now.